Hey y'all, hey, it's JJ Conway. Welcome to Building Wealth Together, where our goal is to help you walk in abundance and leave a legacy. It's Wealth Building Wednesday, where we answer your money questions with style and grace. To ask your question, go to buildingwealthtogether.com and click Ask JJ or leave a voicemail at 1-833-4-ASK-JJC. Normally we'd answer questions, but today we've got some wealth building teaching instead.
Before the episode begins, let me remind everyone that my family does a lot of resetting during the summer. And so what you're about to hear is an excerpt from the Women Building Wealth Together conference. And if you'd like more information about what you heard, you can go to jjclink.com/VIP. And oh, by the way, if you want to make sure that you are the first to know when we start going live again in September, get on my mailing list. That's at jjclink.com/list. Now let's get into the show. Hello, everybody. I want to welcome to the stage Lupei Chao. She is going to be talking about something that is near and dear to my heart. For those of you who know me and those of you who don't, I was in over $845,000 of divorce debt after a military trip, and I needed real estate to get out of all of that debt. So today we're going to be talking about real estate investing. Lupe, I want to welcome you to our stage today. How are you doing?
Hi, JJ. Thank you. I'm doing well. Thank you for having me. What an honor to be here on this platform.
I'm so excited because I love real estate and I love women, and I don't find very often women in real estate. So today you have just totally warmed my soul. Can you tell the audience a little bit about yourself?
Yes. Hi, my name is Lupei Chao. I am currently active duty military member, working Washington, D.C. My background is logistics and government contracting, but I am also a real estate investor, and I've been doing that for about 3 years now.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Well, tell us why you're so passionate about real estate.
So, JJ, as you know, the military life is busy and we are constantly on the go, deployments, all that stuff, right? So honestly, for the first 15 years of my career, making investment especially in real estate, it's not even something that was on my radar. I was just busy with my career, busy with deployments, just trying to keep up. Right. So when we returned, my husband who is also a military member in the Navy, we returned to the US in 2018 from an overseas assignment. We were shopping for our house, and it was through a series of events. We had a lot of real estate things happening in our lives, and that's how I got started, by accident.
By accident. Wow. Wow. Well, let me ask you about this, because you started by accident. But and I know you talked about your husband, but I also know that as women in real estate, there are a lot of cultural and background issues and obstacles we have to overcome. And one of them you've already mentioned, you're active duty Navy. And so I remember being, I only retired from the Air Force a year and a half ago. I remember being active duty, trying to run a business, trying to rear children, trying to progress in my career because I still thought I had a chance. Tell us a little bit about some of the obstacles that you had to overcome, even though falling into real estate was kind of accidental.
Yeah, so one of the thing was, we came back from overseas assignment and we had a little bit of savings, right? And we want to put into something. So we were, thinking about buying a rental properties, but as you know, it's such an overwhelming process. If you don't know the market, you don't know how to evaluate a deal, you don't know your numbers. So it took me like a whole year to even just get through that piece. So in the process, of course, right, we have to really look at our financial state, our retirement planning, all those things. It just forced me to really think about how are we going to plan for our retirement? How are we going to build wealth and build our family's wealth? So this is the reason why we really started because it's all about, you know, building generational wealth and long-term planning.
I love it when I hear people use the word strategic and long-term planning. And I look back at my past, and one of the things that I did not do very well was strategic planning. And I did not do any kind of long-term planning. It was all about the here and now. If I got paid, I had money in my pocket. If I spent it all that night, I didn't have any for the rest of the week. And you know, some of that is cultural, some of that is just, you know, the perils of youth, right? You know, what does Proverbs say?
We
Call
all
the
did
old man
that.
because they're strong, or the young man because they're strong, but the old man knows the way, right? And it's the same for us as women. There's a lot of time that it takes to be comfortable with things, but some of that's because women, generally speaking, are more in tune with their intuition, and with, they may not always, you know, we may not always know why something's not right, but if I ever tell my husband I got a feeling, then he knows I'm going to listen to her feeling. And so, you know, not that that's not to be stereotypical about it, but generally speaking, when I hear you say it took about a year to really be comfortable with getting the knowledge and understanding how to evaluate a deal and stuff, the first thing that comes into my mind is all the people who must be telling you guys to hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, stop wasting time, stop throwing away your money, stop, you know, just all the things that people tell us to pressure us about making these financial decisions. But it sounds to me that your financial decision, you taking that time to get the education, really paid off, and you being able to accelerate the deals that you've done and the business that you've built. Am I hearing that correctly?
Yes, so I did, right? Finally, when I got over all the thing that's going on here, and of course, I have invested in myself in educations, joined the mastermind, and did all that stuff. And I started to making really good progress in the last couple of years, and it's been life-changing. So this is what I want to share with everybody.
Yes, yes. Well, let me ask you this, because you really have built a company, and I know that you have moved from the do it phase to the teach it phase, and you're still continuing to do, but you're also wanting to take what you've learned and now empower other women. And so I'm going to preface this here, but I want you to tell us a little bit about sisterhood in real estate. And the reason I'm prefacing it is because I am both a avid real estate investor, and I was also a realtor for about 10 years with Long and Foster, and then with Keller Williams. And I
Wow.
will again be a realtor after I finish my school. I've already picked the company here. We have a local Century 21, who's the broker, is very much girl power and very much active in the community. So I know that when it comes to a real estate company, the first thing people think of is that real estate company is a realtor company. Like, I'm helping you buy a house, I'm helping you sell a house. And one of the things I discovered, I got into real estate so that I became a realtor so I could have access to the MLS and be connected with other people who loved real estate and use it to build wealth. And what I found was most of those realtors that I worked with did not own any rental property. I'd say a good chunk of them didn't even own their own property. And so you are not running a real estate brokerage, you are running a real estate investment company. Can you tell us a little bit about the company and your partners?
Yeah, so it's interesting you mentioned that because I thought I had to be realtor to get in the real estate, right? So I actually got licensed here in Maryland for 2 years, and I sold zero house, and I did nothing with my license. Um, so when it comes to investing, right, like it's really a shift because you want to go from, I think you want to be an investor and you want to go after the deals. You don't want to be picking up another job as a realtor or as a landlord. Even as a landlord, when I first started, I was landlording, I was not investing. So for my company, we focused on investing. We're gonna get our investors to invest right away, so you don't waste time to do all this don't get sidetracked by all these other things, because you don't need to be a realtor to invest. You also don't need to be a landlord to invest. It's all about building your business, and just go straight there.
Right. Well, I tell you what, when I became a realtor, not only do you not need to be a realtor to invest, but I found out real quick a lot of the strategies that I was using to find and acquire properties. Once I became a realtor, Long and Foster was like, no, you're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to do that. You're definitely not allowed to do that. So I got a rude awakening with that. I mean, I maintained my access because I like having the knowledge and the research ability, but being a realtor, no good realtor really is worth their commission. Let me just throw in that little plug there. A good realtor really is worth their commission because they work really hard behind the scenes to match people with properties and get the deal done. But you're running this investment company. What does your investment company do? I see that your tagline is connect, grow, and empower. And I love that, sisterhood in real estate. Just seeing that, I'm like, yes, sister, I love it. So tell us a little bit about what I, as somebody who approaches you, could expect through sisterhood in real estate.
Yeah, so the name of the story behind the name sisterhood goes back to my military career. And as you know, in the military, as women, you are often in a room with, you may be the one or two women in the room with a bunch of guys. And so it was throughout my career, right? I always have one or two very close women friends, or great women mentor that just got me through this career, got me through every challenges I'm facing. And the connection we have as women, and it's different than the connection you have with men, because I have great business partners, as a men business partners, and they are great, but I know I connect with women at a different level. It's much deeper, and we communicate differently. We have different ways of interacting with each other. So to me, it's important to build a community, to connect with women, so we can really bring each other up and, just do life together.
Profitable life together.
That definitely,
I did a lot of unprofitable life with my girlfriends back in the day.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We all done that.
Well, okay, so now when it comes to investing in real estate, what would you say? What would you say is something that holds us, especially women, back? What holds us back from investing in real estate specifically?
It's really interesting, because I actually read this article about how women tend to have a lot more, analyze things a lot longer. So you can have the same level of knowledge or even more knowledge, but women are less likely to pull trigger or take action to do things. So, and I know for my own personal experience, I have to overcome that because there's always a lot of reservations when it comes to taking actions. So that is something, we do have to, I think as a woman, we should be aware of that, and and really build our confidence up, because it really doesn't, you don't have to be an expert to take action. Like everybody can do it.
Yes. I think you need to say that again. We don't have to be an expert to take action.
Yep. So that's my own experience, and I want to be able to just get out there, to do it, even though I haven't been in the game for that long, but I feel like what's the best way to learn? Just get out there and do it, and bring all the people that want to join me.
Well, that's the thing with real estate. Real estate, you can go to class after class after class after class, but until you buy a property and you start tearing out walls and you see the things that could go wrong, until you have trades come in and explain why you can't do this and you can't do this and you should do this or shouldn't do that, and I'm a very big fan of book knowledge, but I found with real estate, some things you just have to do. And it's just it's a school of hard knocks kind of business. However, you can reduce the size of those knocks by being connected. And I think you said you were part of masterminds and you did the research in the neighborhoods and you got connected with people so that even if you made a mistake, there was still something of a safety net. And am I correct that that's something you offer for women who want to get started?
Absolutely. So everything we do, every deal has been vetted, very conservative underwriting. We have people, boots on the ground in the market, doing research, really knows in and out about what's going on in the area. To me, it's a lot more safe. It's just a better investment strategy than trying to do it on your own.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, let's talk about that for just a little bit, because I remember when I was steeped in debt, and the first 120,000 of that 800 something thousand dollars debt was consumer debt. It was credit cards that my ex-husband had run up while I was away on my military travels, and so I was able to knock that out in about a year or so, year and a half, with a bunch of different side jobs and just really hustling and really living on that scorched earth kind of beans and rice diet. Budget plan. And but after that, I knew that these other things, they were all upside down real estate property debt, and I knew I needed a bigger shovel. I was never going to pay down the remaining 700 and something thousand with consignment shop picking and eBay sales. It just wasn't going to work for me. And so I forget how the money came, to be honest with you. You would think a financial planner would remember this. I don't remember this, but somehow a significant chunk of money dropped into my lap. And at the same time, a friend of mine had a investor she was working with, and that investor was taking everybody's money in what we would call a syndicate, and she was basically pulling our money, use it to buy a property, flip the property, and then all of us would get paid a very high percentage. And I thought, you know what, I'm not going to make that kind of money working 3 jobs on top of my military. I'm not going to make that kind of money doing Avon or Discovery Toys or my boutique that I had in my basement or any of the number of things that I was just hustling to do. And so I took a chance on it. And because I trusted my friend who brought me the investor that she trusted, and because I had been in enough real estate investing groups long enough to be comfortable with the process. Now, I may not have had every ounce of comfort. I had a little bit of fear there, but the thing is not only did I gain confidence about being able to invest, but I also got the confidence that, hey, wait a second, I can do that. I can be the one that takes everybody's money and we form a limited partnership, or we form a syndicate, or we form a co-op, or we form any number of these products for investing in real estate. And I'm the one who goes and does the deal. And I'm the one who gets first compensated for my time. And then we do with the profits what we agree to do in the beginning. And it was very uplifting and very empowering for me. And it changed my life. So when I hear that you're doing this kind of stuff, I'm like, yes, let's get more women into it. And I guess the first step really starts with education. And I understand that you have some education products coming online soon. Would you tell the audience where they can find you? And remember, we are doing this video, and I will try to put your contact information at the bottom, but do also give it verbally, because we want people who only listen via the MP3s to be able to find you as well.
Yes, of course. Search me under my name, Lupei Chao, LUPEI CHOU, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and my website is Sisterhood in Real Estate, www.sisterhoodrei.com. And you're absolutely right, JJ, about, come together to go after bigger profit and reduce risk. That's the model we are offering. And we also have great partners that we've been working with, great track record. So we would love to share it with the community.
Well, I definitely want to learn more about what you're doing myself, and also encourage anyone who's listening to connect with you, to participate in some of the live classes and masterminds that you're going to have starting soon, and to really start building a relationship now, so that when you have the comfort level and the readiness, that you can jump in and start doing this and using real estate to build your wealth. Real estate is one of the fastest and most sustainable ways that anybody in the United States of America builds and maintains wealth. So let's get you involved. Everybody on this call. All right, Lupe, as we get ready to close out, do you have any one last piece of advice for somebody who is starting out? In addition to connect with me on my website.
Yeah, so if I can just share a little bit story, just a small story. So JJ, like I mentioned, it took me a whole year to do my first deal, right? So after that, the second year, I had 6 doors. I went from 0 to 6. By third year, I had over 30 doors. So it's all about getting started. Once you start, and it's gonna take you far. So ladies, get started, contact me today, and let's connect and build wealth together.
All right. Well, you can do that starting at sisterhoodrei.com. And on behalf of Lupe and everybody here in the Women's Wealth Summit, I want to thank you for being a part of our summit, being a part of Women Building Wealth Together, and being a part of my journey as well. I'm JJ Conway. Y'all take care and be blessed.
Thank you.
I hope you enjoyed today's talk from the Women's Wealth Summit. You can access this talk and many others at jjclink.com/VIP. Y'all take care and be blessed.
Love the podcast? Be sure to like, subscribe, and forward to 3 friends. You can ask a question or take a life-changing class at buildingwealthtogether.com. Now, go walk in abundance and leave a legacy.